Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the projects I created using the Bone Appetit Paper Pumpkin Kit by Stampin Up. It is the September 2019 kit. Now the kit in itself is awesome. It's enough to make 20 different treat boxes, and I'll just show you how I started out making the treat boxes and how I varied the design slightly. And then I'm going to show you several other styles of projects that I created. Altogether, I created 18 different projects so far, and I'm just getting started. I have a full kit that I will unbox for you at the end of this video, so you get to see what is in a full paper pumpkin kit. And I have so many leftovers for this kit, and so like I said, I'm just getting started, so these are just some ideas I'm going to share. I dedicate this video to my paper pumpkin subscribers. As long as I have subscribers, well, even if I don't have subscribers, as long as I have a paper pumpkin kit, I will be creating videos on what to do with your paper pumpkin kits. All right, so here are the treat boxes, and it comes with instructions, and it came with embellishments. Okay, so just to kind of give you an idea, it came with these cute little skeleton embellishments, and you pop them out. A couple sheets of these, little hands, little mini clothespins, but I'll be showing you more about the supplies. But I just wanted to show you that because I wanted to point out that these skeletons that it came with are white on black background. But I used the Brothers ScanNCut to cut out these skeletons that are black on a white background. So you see I combined the embellishments it came with embellishments that I cut out using the ScanNCut. So these are stamped images and these are the printed embellishments. Okay, so I just made little tags. That's all I did, that's how I varied the project a little bit, is by using some stamped images that I cut out. Okay, and I also wanted to show you what is in these boxes. Again, just there's lots of little sentiments, and since this one came open, we'll just show you what's in this one. And then there's Halloween, Happy Halloween, there's lots of sentiments. So one stamped image, one embellishment, and I just wanted to show you that what you can fit in here. I'm actually putting different things in each one, but this is, so I take my Skittles and I have some fall colors. And then these are pumpkin spice Werther's caramels. I've eaten half the bag already. They're so good. And Tootsie Rolls. And you can fit Dove chocolates in here, lots of other things. Okay, I'll put that back together later. So that is one style of project. And I even have more ways you can vary the boxes. So for this one, I put a Tootsie Pop in there. Okay, I don't want to take them off because I actually glued this hand on to hold the Tootsie Pop, but I will show you what it is so you know. And I'll give you a little hint about putting those in there just from my experience. Okay, so if you want to put a Tootsie Pop in these boxes are so easy to put together, by the way. Don't try to put the bottom on first because then it's hard to get the Tootsie Pop in there. So what you would do is put the top of your box on first. So this is usually the top of the box is what you would usually put together last. But for the Tootsie Pop project, I had to put the top on first. And then I was able to get my Tootsie Pop to stand up. Okay, and then these little spider webs, by the way, came from the kit as well. So here's my Tootsie Pop, and then see how I got the top of the box in there. Then I can shove it in there, right? And it'll stand up, okay, like that. Okay, and then I was able to put some things around it, like some Tootsie Rolls, some things around it. Oh, that Tootsie Roll's too big, but you get the idea. I put a few Tootsie Rolls in there and things. And then when I was able to shut the bottom, which goes like this, it's so easy to put together. Okay, see? Then my Tootsie Pop stood straight up. Okay, so that's how you put the Tootsie Pop in there. I just got a big bag of candy called Kids Play. And that's where I got all those different candies. Okay, so this is, oh, that's a coffin. Hold on. This was just a little circle. I'm trying to show you the laser cut. Okay, the laser cut spider webs. Okay, so the laser cut spider webs are great, and then I glued them onto these 2-inch circles. Okay, so I'm just showing you different things. You can use your ScanNCut to cut your circles, or with whatever machine you have, Cricut, Silhouette, or in this case, I just punched out some circles with my scraps. Hey, I can see myself. All right, so that's how I made that. And then I glued on the hand to make it stay, to make the circle stay. Toxic Treats, just another little circle, and the little Mr. Bones, okay? I'll show you one more of the boxes, and then I have some other variations of the boxes, but I'll show you that later. And then I'm going to get into showing you some cards, and I'll clear my table in between here because I need some room. Or not clear it, but just sort of push things back. I have a ScanNCut back there, and we have to push some things back to make some room for all these cool projects. Did I show you this one yet? Okay, this one's just little Eat If You Dare with an extra little border around it. These little clips. Okay. And then, okay, I showed you that box. So let's put all those back there with some hands, and now I can show you some cards. All right, so note cards. So what I did for these is I took I'm just gonna stand these back here for some color balance. I took some of the Memories and More note cards and envelopes. So they come in this pack, and it's really good because they're like whisper white, thick note cards. So it's really easy for me to just fold them. All I have to do, they're already pre-scored, and I just fold them, and then I have an instant note card. And they are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So what I do is I take those and I make 3 by 4 little mattings and layerings. Okay, so then to get to this point, to get to all these little embellishments, even though I'm going to unbox an entire kit, I just need to show you sort of how I got there. So you take, that is just the background of this. Okay, so that's just one of these. When I cut the box apart, because I was using it for circles and elements and other cards, this little piece here is just what I use for these. And then I just used a little corner rounder down there. So I took the 2 different styles of boxes that came with this, and I made the backgrounds there. And then they comes with tags. So I made the tag, I took the tags, the purple tag, it came with purple tags and black tags, and I took the tag and I put it there. And then these are stamped images that I cut out. These are the 2 styles of skeleton. Every single paper pumpkin kit comes with a set of stamps. And I have another video if you're interested. If you do have a ScanNCut and you're interested, I have a video on how to cut out Mr. Bones here, these 2. And I also cut out this little skull and crossbones. That was the last video I uploaded. So just check on recent videos. Okay, so then I did the stamping in Gorgeous Grape because it's a coordinating color. And this is pumpkin pie, by the way, that kind of orange. And then I used these Noble Peacock rhinestones. I always like to tell my viewers what I used. And I also like to include a list of all the products, because when you extend your paper pumpkin kit, you want to like use other products that you have in your craft room. Okay, and these are other products I had. So these are called Noble Peacock rhinestones, meaning they come from the Noble Peacock suite, which is in our annual catalog. And it happened to have Gorgeous Grape rhinestones, and so I said, oh, I have Gorgeous Grape rhinestones, and this is Gorgeous Grape this month with the paper pumpkin, and it sort of gave it some bling. Okay, so stamped images cut out. This was a little tag that came in the kit, this little shape, and then that was a tag that came in the kit. That was the part of the box. This is just basic black cardstock. Okay, and I pop them up with dimensional. So that's how I created these 2 mini note cards for that project. All right, so I'm going to show you my mini coffin. Okay, mini coffin is next. And the mini coffin I created using, we have these in the holiday catalog, the 2019 holiday catalog. We have these mini coffins. Okay, so I just happen to add, they don't come with a skeleton on it. I just added the skeleton from here. Okay, this isn't even one of my projects. This is just a work in progress. I'm just trying to show you what it looks like flat. So I glue it together. I just put glue on the little flaps. It comes pre-scored. See all these score lines, really good thick cardstock. So these are great little boxes. So what I did is I took this while it was flat before I assembled it, and I embossed the lid. And I embossed the lid. I'm going to hold that up so you can sort of see it in the light here. Okay, I hope you can see the shine. I'm trying to show you the shine. That is Wink of Stella glitter. And so I embossed the lid using this got some dimensional sticking on it. Okay, Mosaic 3D embossing folder. So I put the lid in there. Okay, like this. Well, actually like this, because I wanted the top to be embossed. And I embossed just the lid. And I didn't emboss the bottom because it really wouldn't fit. Plus, I don't think you need to emboss the bottom. The bottom of the coffin looks fine. See, it kind of stuck out. It would have probably worked it would have worked, but you know what? I think I think it was just nicer if just the lid's embossed, kind of like a real coffin, right? That's what I was going for. And then the shiny part was like polishing up the little tiles. All right, need to make some room here. Let's just show you this here. Making a little room, dumping out what's in the coffin. Okay, so since it says, eat if you dare, toxic treats, I put little gummy eyeballs from the Dollar Tree. These are from these little spider rings from American Greetings. And then here's what the inside of the coffin looks like. One of the spider embellishments I just cut out with the circle punch part of the tag. This is cutting out stamped images, the extra little leg, Bone Appetit. The inside of this is decorated as well with the Happy Halloween. And the outside is embossed. And this is cutting out embossed images. So I stamped this in glimmery, or it could be shimmery. It's either shimmery or glimmery embossing powder, white embossing powder. So I stamped in Versamark. Let me get this next. I have my, here we go. Just want to show you how I used, okay, so I used Versamark. Versamark is just like, it's kind of like invisible ink. Okay, so I stamped in invisible ink, right? Then I pour the powder. I pour the white embossing, shimmery white embossing powder over it. Then I used a heat gun. Don't want to say gun on YouTube. I'll probably get, now this video is going to get flagged. I'm sorry, I used a heat tool. Okay, and I embossed Mr. Bones. Okay, let's move everything to the side. Now I want to show you this. I made, the next project I used this little mini curvy keepsake box. If you're familiar with Stampin' Up! Products, you'll be familiar with we used to have a larger, well, I still have it. I'm a craft hoarder. I still have the larger curvy keepsake box. The nice thing about the mini curvy keepsake box that's in our holiday catalog, it's called Mini Curvy Keepsakes, Dies, and Box. The nice thing about it is that it fits inside your Big Shot. In other words, and the other nice thing about it is you don't need two pieces. It cuts out in one piece. So I'm going to open up my box for you to show you this. I feel like I need to make more of these. These little boxes are sort of like so cute because they hold just a couple treats. I'll show you that. So what I did is I straddled Mr. Bones. These are just the little embellishments that came with it. I took a black circle, and then the Halloween, these came with it, these little sentiments, the things I stamp, and then I put all this and I put a little circle behind it. These little stitch tags came with the die. They're one of the dies. Oh, I have that right here to show you. So I took the box. I took apart a box. Okay, this is the box that I showed you how to make. And I just put the dies, these are stitched dies, onto the cutting plate, see? So you can make 4 of these tags. Actually, you can make more because you can make extra tags out of these pieces too. Okay, so that's how I made my little tag, is just by doing this. So I have the magnetic platform. This is the Big Shot sandwich, by the way. And then I put the plate down, and then I put the little dies down, face down. The stitching goes down. Okay, and then I ended up with this. So here's the little pin that came with the kit. Here's the little stitch tag. I feel like I need to make more little stitch tags. Maybe I'll make some for Christmas. I'll probably be making them for Christmas soon. Because you know what? These boxes in this kit are so cool that I didn't want to. This is Monster Bash Designer Series paper, by the way. And you can put 3 of these little pumpkin caramels in there. That's how many fit in there. Okay, so that is the mini curvy keepsake. You know, the boxes in this kit are so great that, you know, when you have something that's so good, you don't really need to vary it so much because it already works. So that's the thing. When I have boxes like this already, I don't need to really do much more to them. But in this case, I had this paper and I thought this little skeleton would look good on it. All right, so next I want to show you just a couple things I made using a punch called the tag. So these next 2 projects use this punch here. Okay, so I used 2-inch pieces of cardstock, opened it up, and it's called the scallop tag topper punch. And use this punch to make bookmarks and treats. Okay, so here are the 2 projects I created using that punch. So first you just have this is Monster Bash Designer Series paper, and you have a simple bookmarker tag using just some black ribbon, some shimmery black ribbon, and that's it. This little sentiment came with the kit. These little skeletons, just pop them out, punch them out. This is just showing what paper I use, Monster Bash Designer Series paper. And then when you take the same treat tag Let me open this up. So I have this, I like, this little ribbon I got last year in the Occasions catalog. It came with the Geared Up Garage Suite, and it's kind of so metallic that it doesn't stay on real good. So it was so cool that these clips came this month because it helped hold my ribbon on. So this little tag treat was just that little skeleton I glued on there. And then you could fit lots of things in there, like here. I would like to show my viewers. They always want to know, what do you put inside your treats? The little gummy eyeballs again, and a few little Tootsie Rolls from my kids' play bag of treats. And I usually use a 3/4 inch high, but this time I just used a 1/2 inch high to make the little box around the side of this tag treat, because I wanted to not block this cool skeleton. Okay, so that is that treat idea. Okay, now I want to show you an open box. Okay, just to take your same concept. Okay, you take your box, you put it into a paper cutter, a paper trimmer, right? And you just trim off the top of the box. Save your scraps because you can use them for the cards like I'll be showing you. And then you can make, but the top, you just take the top off and you can make a cool little treat box that sticks open. Why is that cool? Okay, it's good because some of my viewers and some of my crafty friends and my team members say they donate things. Like sometimes they say, oh, my grandchildren are all grown up. I'm going to donate my treats to either like a nursing home, or they're going to donate them to a school. Well, it's really good when you donate things, that things are open so people know what's inside them. Like maybe you can't give things to all elderly people because they might have special dietary restrictions. So or even with children, you might not, like you wouldn't give little children in the school this gumballs, just someone you'd give those to. So this is why it's cool to be able to have a box that sticks open. Not only that, look how many things stick out of the box, and it makes the box look more fun when things stick out of it. Okay, so I'll show you what's in my box. Oh no, a hair. That is not supposed to be in my box. All right. So anyway, we have the little treat that I glued on there. Oh no, I didn't glue it on there. I thought I did. I was held on with the little hand, the little tag, with these little fingers. Okay, little fingers. These are just from the party favors in the American Greetings party favors. I have the bag across my table. I'll go try to grab it. Little rings, little spider rings, little stickers. All kinds of stuff fits in there. These are gummy. These are not like candy. These are gummy eyeballs. And by the way, I could fit like twice as much in this box, and mini Tic Tacs. I could fit twice as much in the box and you can also decorate the different sides of the box too, which is nice. When you keep the box open like that, you can fit much more in it. So let me grab these treats. Okay, we have, just to show you where I got them. So American Greetings, Favor Pack Squishy Eyeballs. Oh, glow in the dark. I didn't notice that the first time around. You can tell I like Halloween. Okay, spider rings. Even if you don't get trick-or-treaters, you just donate these to a school, or you donate them to or you just give them out as random acts of kindness. Oh, I even put more stickers in there. So little stickers. I cut them apart. These are American Greetings. I cut them apart so I could make lots of goodie bags. And these little witch finger favor packs. Okay, so between the Dollar Tree and, Michael's, Joann's, AC Moore, Hobby Lobby, you can't not find things to put in these little boxes. People always say, what do you put in them? Well, just whatever you want to put in them. Just whatever can fit in them, okay? I'm not showing you my favorite card till last. I do have another card to show you, and then I have some other treats to show you. Okay, so this card here came up with this design all using, aside from the cardstock, like I used the pumpkin pie. Okay, so here's pumpkin pie cardstock. Again, because I'm using coordinating colors. Whenever you get your kit, and sometimes actually Stampin' Up! Tells us they might tell us like hints what colors are coming, but they don't tell you what's inside the kit. But when you do get your kit, you take out your kit, and the first thing I don't really usually read the instructions inside there, but there are good instructions. What I do is I look here and I say basic black, gorgeous grape, pumpkin pie, and whisper white. I look on the back for the coordinating colors, and that helps me come up with card bases to use for my project. So I used pumpkin pie, and then I just used basic black cardstock. Then I punched out circles. So this was just, I take apart a box, And these sides of the box are about 2 inches, so then I used I have my materials here, 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I use this a lot in my projects. Okay, 1 3/4 inch. And I did that to make these elements. And then this one's 2 inches. So this middle one is 2 inches. Then I used the ScanNCut to make this little black border around the skeleton. But even if you just put the skeleton onto the circle, that's cool. You don't need any tools for that. You just need its 2-inch circle punch. I mean, that is a tool, I guess, a punch, but you don't need a machine. You can put the skeleton on there and he would look cool as well. But I like it better with a little black background. Okay, we'll put him there. Okay, what else? Trick or Treat, one of the tags with the kit. I took the head off of this skeleton and made the head sit over there. I was trying to make him play catch with the skeleton, but I couldn't really capture that motion. So instead I have him like balanced on this, Mr. Bones balanced on top of that Mr. Bones. This little bottom border is just taking the tag. I'm just cutting apart just the wrapping. So like here you take out the tags and so you get these little humps. And I thought, oh, that would make a good little card border. So that's what I did for the bottom, and then I stamped the little skull and crossbones onto the bottom. So that's how I made this card. Then I used, for the inside of the card, I put a couple bats in there that I used my spooky bat punch, which is a retired Stampin' Up product. We used to have a bat punch so if you like something in this year's holiday catalog, make sure you get it, because you never know if it's going to carry over to the annual catalog or not. You just never know. So that's why I was glad I got the spooky bat punch last year, because I used it on a couple of my projects. I think I showed you how I used it on the back of one of my boxes. Okay, so anyway, let's not digress. So these are little treats I made with all using the embellishments and the boxes. Nothing from this except for the M&Ms and the bags, of course. I'll link to my bags I use. These are 1-inch bags. Like everything I did here was just from the kit. So all the little embellishments on these M&Ms are from the kit. I'm just going to grab the bag of M&Ms so you can see the type of M&Ms. You can get these in a grocery store. Notice how the gorgeous grape, it matches with the gorgeous grape cardstock. Okay, so it's called Ghouls Mix. Ghouls Mix M&Ms. So I stuff them, I alternate the colors, and I stuff them in the bag. Okay, so I stuff them in my bags. Then I put the toppers on, and I've done tutorials on how to make treat toppers. And in this case, I just used the box. Just cut the box apart. See, this part's already folded. So if you cut the box here, you have 2 treat toppers from one box. So that's great because you can stretch your boxes. Not only that, you can make tags and cards. So this part was the top of a box was this part of the card. So this one box can make a couple tags, a couple card elements, and 2 treat toppers for your M&M treats. So that's one way to think of it. You're stretching your kit even further. But I mean, I love these boxes just the way they are too. All right, so here we go. What else did I use here? These are stamped images cut out. This little guy is a cut out stamped image. This little guy is one of the punched out images. And then these are all just stamps from the kit and extra circle elements. Okay, so that's how I did those. And lastly, I'm going to show you my favorite card. And then I'm going to do the unboxing. So this is the last project. And like I said, I made 11 different types of projects, but I made 18 projects total, but under 11 different styles. So here's another style of project I came up with. So here is my favorite card, and it's going to my crafty friend Susan, who's been subscribing to Paper Pumpkin with me since February of 2017. So she is going to get the special card I made. I'm calling it Skeleton Crew. Okay, so these are stamped images with and he's stamped, and then this one's one of the ones I punched out. Here's the spooky bat punch. I used this mosaic 3D embossing folder to make the road. I used Wink Castella. That's that glitter brush. Okay, and yesterday when I was talking about cutting out stamped images, I need to show you these colors. Whoa, sorry. I made a mistake and I thought these were retired, and these are not. So anyway, these, just wanted to correct that. I like to do self-corrections on my videos. So these smoky slate blends were not retired. I was just not putting the number in right, but I was able to find them last night on my Stampin' Up store. So anyway, these smoky slate I use for the tires. Light and dark smoky slate. These are alcohol markers. I use pumpkin pie for the truck. Pumpkin pie, again, remember coordinating colors. Gorgeous grape for the road. Wink Estella for the glitter. Some spooky bats inside. That's for the note, and just a couple pumpkin pie spooky bats. And then he's just a little embellishment. So that's how I made the truck. And I just need to show you where the truck came from, and then I'm going to unbox a paper pumpkin kit. Yippee! I love unboxing. Okay, hold on while I reach. Okay, here we go. It is called Ride With Me. The Ride With Me stamp set is great. And for cutting out with your ScanNCut. Okay, so I stamped the truck, cut it out with the ScanNCut, cut the window out. So when I saw this little skeleton in the stamp set, I thought, oh, he would look cool hanging out the window. And it turned out that he's in proportion. He actually was in proportion to the truck. So, I mean, I've already tried to put things in this truck. Pigs, cows, you name it. I've been trying to put things in this truck since I got this set. I mean, not that there's not cool stuff to put in the truck already, like pumpkins and balloons. I have put balloons in my truck, and here's a Christmas tree. But I wanted to put something whimsical in there, and there were the skeletons, and they fit in there perfectly. So anyway, this is the stamps that I used, and of course my ScanNCut. So that's how I made that project. All right, now for the unboxing. So each month I get a crafty surprise. I never know what I'm going to get, and that's the fun of it. So if you subscribe, you never know what you're going to get. But we get hints. Okay, so the hints for next month, when you first open your kit, you're going to get a hint for the next month's kit. Okay, so here's what we get. So it tells you that, so if you subscribe by the 10th, like if you would have subscribed by the 10th of September, you would have got the September kit. So you no longer can get the September kit. Okay, but you can now get the October and November kits. So if you subscribe by October 10th with me, you can subscribe now. You won't be billed until after October 10th. So you can subscribe now. Only if you're in America. But if you have a Canadian demonstrator, you can subscribe to someone in Canada too. But only America and Canada have the paper pumpkin products. Okay. So anyway, this is the hint. September 11th to October 10th, you'll get this kit. October 11th to November 10th, you'll get this kit. So you want both of these kits because they're going to coordinate. It says, Paper Pumpkin wants to help you share love and joy this Christmas with a duo of coordinating special edition kits. October's kit includes 10 cards and envelopes. Okay, so if you like cards and envelopes, this is going to be 10 cards and envelope. November's kit contains 24 tags with 4 different designs. So there's the box, 24 tags with 4 different designs. Am I making tags out of the cards? Yes. Am I making cards out of the tags? Yes. So I'm going to make tags out of this with the cards, and I'm going to make cards out of the tag. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ever limited by your kit. Think of your kit as sparking your crafting mojo. That's what it does for me every month. I couldn't wait to get to the post office and pick up this kit. So it drove my husband crazy. Is my paper pumpkin kit here yet? Is my paper pumpkin kit here yet? I even get 2 kits. I'm so excited about it. Anyway, each kit is all inclusive and can stand alone, but we think you'll want both this holiday season. Okay, so Winter Wonders. That's the hint. That's what they give you, the hint for next month. Okay, every kit comes with a stamp set. Okay, so I give away my extra stamp sets because I don't need 2 stamp sets, and stamping blocks too. And in fact, it comes with a stamping block. That's Gorgeous Grape. But when I'm making my kits, I don't even open the stamping blocks because I like to give them as little gifts and prizes and things. I use a bigger stamp. So use whatever you have, basically. But the first time you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you're going to get an acrylic block. And meaning a little square acrylic block to put your stamps on. Okay, then you open it up and you see what you get. Oh, by the way, this little tissue paper, don't throw that away because you can take it and you can put it in these little open boxes, right? And then you don't have to stuff as much in them. Put the little black tissue paper in the little boxes. I didn't do that because I use it for packaging. Okay, so here we go. And I'm only showing you what's in this kit because maybe some of my subscribers haven't opened this month's kit, or maybe you just want to know kind of what the value is of your kit. Like what kind of stuff do you get in your kit? You never get the same thing, but $22 for your subscription, and you save money by buying an annual subscription on my website, which will be linked in this video. But you know, it's at $22 with including shipping is always a good deal. Like for, you know, in this case, you get all these things, stamp set, stamping spot, and all the things I'm about to show you. Okay, so you get your set of instructions, which it's good, but I hardly ever read those. I mean, I hardly ever follow them. I read them, but I don't follow them. Okay, this one comes with little black dimensionals. These are foam adhesives and little clothespins. And because I didn't use all my clothespins for the little hands, that's what you make these little hands out of, then I'm going to be using them for other projects. Maybe my little mini calendar projects. I mean, mini clothespins are always useful. In fact, all these things are useful. So I save all my old embellishments that I don't finish using from my paper pumpkin kits because they're used for other projects. Okay, you get 20 boxes. You get 10 of each design. And yes, you can use these for Thanksgiving. That's what I was thinking. I mean, these would be good on a Thanksgiving home decor table. Like you have guests coming over and you want to make little party favors for Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll do that soon with my turkey stamp from the Friends of a Feather. I have a turkey stamp. So I might make these into turkey boxes. Just thought of that. Okay, you have these little sentiments which you can stamp. Okay, I stamped Toxic Treats, fits in there. Happy Halloween fits in there. My advice is when you stamp these, do all your stamping at once. So don't try to move these, don't try to punch these out and then try to stamp them because it's easier to stamp them while they're together. Then you get a little page of tags, of that kind of tag. You get 2 pages of this kind of tag. Okay, so now I hope your wheels are spinning. You're like, oh, I have all that stuff. Yeah, or whether you just got this or you're seeing how I just made it. Now you can see how I just made all these projects. And then vellum. Okay, these are little vellum. I'm going to use vellum for something else. I'm not sure what I'm using it for, but see what they used it for. They put the vellum behind the spider web. And I thought, well, that hides the spider web. I like the spider web to be shown, to be in full view. So I think this vellum's awesome because it's just more elements to use for future projects. You know, but I'm going to use it for something else. And then you get these little spider webs, and then you get these glue dots, which I never use. I use like foam adhesives mostly. And then you get this piece of cardboard which keeps it all together. And then I use this for shipping. I'm pretty much, you can tell, I'm a hoarder. I save my crafting packaging material. I save my extra stuff. I reuse everything. In fact, one thing I'll mention before I sign off here is that if you look around on Facebook right now, in the Paper Pumpkin fan club, if you want to join the Paper Pumpkin fan club, there's a group. There's people making haunted houses out of this box. And my friend Linda told me about it. She was like, uh-oh. She was like, hey, they're making paper. My friend Linda said, they're making paper or haunted houses out of this box for Paper Pumpkin. And she's like asking me about resizing the template and things. And I was like, what haunted houses? So anyway, that's a cool idea to just use. People are using the box itself. So anyway, I hope these projects inspired you. And I'll be around doing this every month. So subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And check out some Paper Pumpkin ideas from past months if you have any of the past kits. Thank you for watching. This is the Paper Chef.